another episode of Nerd Bible Podcast with myself, George, and this young man. Or is he young for much longer?
Young for much longer. I'm nearly 30, I'm doomed. I'm a boomer.
He's a doomer.
A doomer.
Doomer's Day.
Doomer's Day.
Never-
Boomtown. No, I'm part of Boomtown.
never
I live in
listened
Boomtown.
to any of that or watched it. Did you participate in Doomsday? Because I fucking didn't.
Oh, hell no. I was just devastated by the episode. I didn't know there was... What did you say? Participated in Doomsday? What
Like the
what
event,
happened?
because there was that character Doom played by that comedian whose name.
Oh,
I
that!
forget.
Oh, you're talking about Big Finish. Oh, bloody
Big
hell.
Finish / comics / books.
whatever it was.
Like
yeah.
Time Lord Victorious, but for this character that we've never met. It's
And
I'm
never will come
an
on screen.
assassin.
Yeah.
Apparently some of it was good. There's a Twitter thread that basically picks out the best bits to seek out.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Much like Time Lord Victorious.
Yeah.
In the end, bit of a waste of time.
Oh.
Unlike
Time.
Connor's birthday!
Yeah, that's a moment celebrated throughout all of history, throughout all the cosmos and the multiverse.
We can't play Stevie Wonder again because we'll get another copyright claim.
Way.
Yay! Also, I got copyright claim for the Mandalorian unboxing.
Boo! Look, Vic Gornison.
Yeah, he's fucking after our sweet YouTube money.
Yeah, damn, man.
Copyright claim on that on YouTube, but on TikTok because if you anything by Universal like music has been
Copyright.
taken off,
Right.
like completely removed. So and then it was a copyright thing on the Black Panther thing. For it was the All the Stars Kendrick Lamar one, so I just changed it for the Rihanna one from Wakanda Forever. That's doing all right so far.
That's doing okay until it won't.
And what else? There was another one. It was the Star Wars one because it was everyone was doing it into My Way. I did it my way. So I changed it to the Cantina Band
No.
because that got removed. So it's topical,
Wow. Yeah.
much like a topical bar, and much like the anyway. Yeah, Connor's birthday at the time of recording was yesterday.
Yeah.
Happy
well,
birthday,
hey,
Connor!
hey, part of Boomtown. I
Yeah.
live in Boomtown, and I
You
feel old.
are
Yes.
so much older than the last time I saw you.
The
You've
last
aged.
Time Lord you've seen.
Yes.
Yes.
At the end of your regeneration cycle, one might suggest.
And I certainly haven't been fucking renewed. That's why I feel like I'm on my way out. Best before date's gone.
You are looking a bit William Hartley today.
What? What's that? Is that supposed to be a... Are you saying I'm grey?
No,
Oh, yes?
Oh,
You're saying I'm grey, dear boy?
Okay, you're just done with
One
this.
day my age won't come back. No, it won't come back.
Okay, I'm just done with this shit.
I'm just done
Fuck
with
that
it.
shit.
Thanks, I guess.
Much
Still not ginger. Well,
Oh,
part of me is, but yeah, you, the
Hey.
audience, have to guess.
yeah, he's not got his pants on. Arrrr.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking of which, we talk about Garfield.
Hey, ginger, nice segue.
No, I've not got no news on Garfield. I just thought
Oh.
that was a good joke about pubes.
Wow.
So we'll go
Oh,
through
dear.
the news.
The
news.
Oh.
News. Let me have a look at stuff because
I'll
it's
do
a
the
bit
same.
muddled. So Daredevil,
Born again.
I'm-
Soon to be
guess who's
renewed
back,
again.
Back again. Daredevil's back. Tell your friends.
And tell every friend.
Tell
yes.
tell all of your friends.
And if you haven't watched Netflix Daredevil, then please, you clearly don't have the right friends. Tell them.
He's back.
Tell
We've seen
them.
We've seen the new suit. That was yesterday. That was your birthday treat. Charlie Cox said.
In a bright red spandex suit.
Charlie Cox said, "Get this out there for Connor for his birthday. I want him to see this."
Even though I didn't believe his stubble, because I thought that was just a stunt double in his
Stunt double
outfit.
stubble.
Stunt double stubble, yes,
What would you call-
exactly.
Stunt
Yes.
double stubble would still be stubble. Would it be stumble?
Stumble.
Stumble.
He stumbled.
And then when they stumble, they're not doing their job properly.
Hey. Jesus.
Do you
All
like
the
the new
puns.
suit?
Until I see it without the backstage lighting and the cameras, because that was just we could be on set and we could have just taken a selfie with it. Like, it was one of those shots. It weren't like lit properly.
Did you not see the high res ones?
Higher res, yeah. But it
With
was still just
Bullseye.
yeah. I'm okay about that suit, but it's not.
Yeah, that looks comic accurate.
Yeah.
There's a thing of it. Let me try and find the high res ones, see if it's any different to what you've seen. Or you
Yes.
tell us about why you're annoyed it doesn't have 2-letter D's on it.
No, I'm just annoyed about his face because I just didn't think it was Charlie Coxon's suit. I just didn't think it was
looks
him.
better than the Netflix one in terms of it fits the face more, the helmet.
The helmet shape is definitely different. I don't think the body shape in it is much different. Like, he hasn't put much mass on over the
No.
8-year gap between filming Netflix and, or however many years it's been since season 3 of Daredevil when in this version. Yeah, it seems to be the same sort of build, similar mesh. It's just the bright red. But no, I think the brighter red will be better. The red and black, because I don't know, if it was just pure tomato ketchup, I think it might hurt your eyes. And I think they just go for modern tactical. Yeah, but that's the thing. Is that Charlie Cox? Is he shrunk? Or is it just the boots?
Charlie Cox.
It's definitely his stubble. I just thought it could have been a stunt double. I'm like, is that not his
could be a
stubble? A stumble. Yeah, I don't know. No, I like it. It's just, I just can't believe it's
We've
him.
seen a lot of the filming. Is it the same as the bar? Because I've not watched the
Oh, what, Echo?
assembled on Echo yet.
Oh, neither have I. No, I didn't know it was out.
It came out last week, I believe.
Okay,
At
fine.
the time of recording, the Marvels is out on Disney Plus, so I can finally watch that properly.
And what a marvellous display that may or may not be.
Hey, I completely forgot Foggy was in Luke Cage.
Oh, wow, he is. Oh, he was, rather.
Look at Eldon Henson. I've learnt his name, and he looks sexy.
Yeah, damn, he looks good now.
Someone said
It might even be him in the Daredevil suit.
someone said imagine if Karen and Foggy die, and that's why he puts the D's on his chest. And someone went, that doesn't make sense too. Let's not pretend this version of Matt Murdock wouldn't kill himself in that situation. It's like, wow.
But why would he kill himself? He was in She-Hulk, for Christ's sake. He was in She-Hulk.
In more ways than one. Hey. I like this version definitely better than the She-Hulk one, because the She-Hulk one... Because also it's difficult because that Netflix suit, all the Netflix costumes, got sold at auction.
Never to be seen again.
I mean, they probably got the plans of it, but they would also update it anyway, because
schematics.
suits update,
Yeah.
and everything's canon now, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah.
I think that is more like the Netflix one,
stuff, just
but obviously different coloured.
Yeah.
And then this one just
Seems
I
to be a
love it.
different mesh. Yeah. Yeah.
I think we could lose the black
That's,
on the neck.
I don't, yeah,
like the cowl.
it's too bad.
I don't mind those bits.
And the abs.
The highlight of his abs.
I like the abs.
Yeah,
keep the mask fully red, and then
but then I didn't like. I've not disliked either version.
No, I don't.
There's
no.
an argument for they're the same exact suit, but
just different shades.
Yeah,
2 shades of red.
I like that one.
I do.
It
It's kind of the
probably
perfect
is that,
mesh.
but it's just the way that it's filmed, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Plus, he's got the batons and he's sexy.
Damn.
And we've seen obviously some more set photos. Look, there's. Look, he was missing the
The
double D's, so put the
hey.
breasts on.
Now that would be a twist.
Oh, twisty.
Yeah, twisty. Now that is a coven of chaos.
Literally.
Agatha.
Maybe it was Agatha all along.
Jesus.
But we're
Wow.
excited about this version of Born Again. Again, how
Yeah.
bad was the first version? But they've done all this.
Again.
Wilson Bethnal back in costume in the purple spandex as Bullseye.
Just
no target.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't hate it, but
And no more peanuts. I want a costume. If we get nothing else, can we get Colin Farrell's Bullseye in Wolverine and Deadpool, whatever it's going to be called, because the logo's split and all half and half. Oh.
And Kevin Feige's hat's confirmed. The logo rumoured.
Hat confirmed.
Kevin Feige's hat.
Feige hat. Feige hat.
Yeah, no, his hat has confirmed some of the rumours, and
Yeah.
the logo that has
And
been floating around.
It's 4 days until we will get a trailer, because the
Super
Super Bowl,
Bowl.
the Superb Owl is on
Superb
the 11th.
Owl.
Or 2 days after you've listened to this.
Would we get a trailer for the final seasons of What We Do in the Shadows?
I don't know,
With the
possibly.
Superb Owl?
When is that meant to be out?
Some point this year, according to electronic
It's a shame
mail.
they've never done that tie-in to the Super
Yeah,
Bowl.
they should.
Is the Superb Owl? Natasha Demetriou was in. It's a kids' film on Netflix. It's one of the first 2024 films I've seen. It's a strap-in.
Oh.
Orion in the Dark.
Orion in the Dark.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically,
Netflix in
it's a bit like Inside Out, but it's about nighttime. So this kid
Oh,
Orion
live action and animated.
is animated.
Okay.
So it's this kid Orion. He's scared of everything. Writes it down in a sketchbook, sort of. What's the fucking name? Diary of a Wimpy Kid style almost.
Yeah.
And the number one thing he's afraid of is the dark.
Fair enough.
But darkness is a sentient creature,
Okay.
like all in black,
Yeah.
like all in shadow. And then when he shines the light on him, he dodges out the way of it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there is light. There's a version of the opposite version, which is light. And at night, they both travel the globe at equidistant intervals, and you see other night spirits, I believe they're called. So you've got there's sleep, there's anxiety, there's like other such things, and like they do their thing and like exist in this world. Like one of them, I forget what they're called, but they exist
Yeah.
just to make noises that like creepy noises outside your window when you're trying to sleep.
Paranoia.
Yeah, maybe basically paranoia,
Paranoia.
basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good. And Natasha Demetriou is Sleep.
Fair enough.
Because it was like, I recognise that voice because that's basically just Nadia.
Oh, she sounds
Nadja.
exactly the same. Nadja.
Basically.
Go to sleep, little child.
I'm knocking on the window. But no, it's very good because it sounded a bit like the person who plays Dark sounded like Seth Rogen, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Night time.
And then you can see that I'm not scary. Basically, that's my attempt at
Okay.
the voice. I'll try and Google the voices for it, but that's
Yeah.
so far that's one of the 3 films I've watched in
Fair play.
2024.
Oh, fair play. Fair play. It's something that weren't on my radar, so I'm gonna have to bother to boot up Netflix.
And as a kid's film, it's bright and colourful, and my kid liked it, so you know.
Oh, big success. Great success.
Shorter than I believe, like 96 minutes, something like that, something in that sort of realm. So decent. You've
Hour
got
and
kids
a
that
half,
like bright, colourful stuff,
Yeah.
and need them distracted for an hour and a half. There you go.
Can't complain.
There's my thing for
It's
you.
a life hack for this
It's a
week.
life hack. Let me just Google it. What else have we got in terms of the news?
Well, I wasn't deployed, but I saw the
Deployed?
Adventures of Agent Argyle. I was deployed in the fields.
Oh,
Yeah.
some spoiler-free thoughts. I know the twist.
You know the twist.
Yeah.
Did you read it or?
It was spoiled for me on the artist formerly known as Twitter.
Great.
But I read Mike's
Yeah.
review,
I haven't, but yes.
and he doesn't mention because obviously he talks about like I'm interested to see how people like
React to it.
react to that.
Yeah.
And it's weird that we didn't, because the whole time, obviously, like we're not going to say exactly what it was,
No.
but we said that it emits, vibes of a certain other spy film.
It
Like
definitely does.
in the trailers, we were like, it's very and it turns out that's why it's very
Yes.
because it's in the universe.
Yes. You might say the 00 universe. Am I ruining it? God damn it! I may have said too
What
much.
other? Because it's Marv is the production company.
Yes.
And they're both Matthew Vaughn directed, so it's not really that hard to work out. It's
Yeah.
X-Men Future Class.
Days of Future
Class.
Class.
Jesus.
Of Solace. Of Solace.
Do you reckon we'll get like
Kick-Ass.
another thing in it, like another?
What entity?
Because
Another IP?
he said he wants to have a.
Oh, so we're gonna get James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender.
It's a universe of spies essentially.
Of isms. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Because I wasn't
you
aware
reckon
that.
they're gonna? Sorry.
I wasn't. No, it's fine. I wasn't aware that Argyle. Okay, I'm not spoiling anything else. Argyle wasn't an
We'll
actual
talk about
comic.
it. We'll
I
talk
wasn't aware it was a comic. I thought I know the was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware Argyle was a book.
Same writers.
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. What else have they written that's going to get adapted?
Hey.
Whatever. Whoever wrote Argyle and has also written and any other properties they've written, just buy the
All
comics
worked
of
with
it.
Ian Fleming.
Buy the copies of the comics because it's probably going to get adapted into the universe.
Yeah.
It's not hard to work out if you know.
If you know, you know. Yes.
Because it came out 5 days ago.
5. Yeah, I think. Or by the time this comes out, it would be a week.
It'd be a week,
exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
So we'll try and talk about it next week in full spoilers because everything I've seen of it seems rather enjoyable, but it's kind of there's a bit of a mix in some aspects of it. Overall enjoyable, and is the twist and the post credits and what it's linked to, is that going to be taken well if it's followed up on? Obviously.
Yeah, but without jumping ahead and jumping the wagon, I think there are plans.
Yeah,
Matthew
they've
Vaughn
said
stated that he wants a trilogy of them anyway.
A trilogy to link into this
With,
other trilogy.
Yes.
So would there be
yeah.
an Avengers level? Because he said he wants a
Cinematic universe.
basically the MCU for spy films. So will there? I'm assuming they'll add at least one other IP.
Surely, yes.
Because just to have these two cross over, it's a bit like Godzilla and Kong. Like, where'd you go from there?
There, exactly. Yeah.
Unless this is like, make this like the Batman v Superman.
Ooh.
Have the and have Henry
Taryn is-
Cavill be in
yeah.
a second. You nearly said his name then. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Have Henry Cavill be Superman again. Basically, he's
Yes. a suit.
please don't, and then he gets shot. Save whatever my mother's name is in this universe. Save Bryce
Karen.
Dallas Howard.
Karen. Yes.
Apparently, Dua Lipa's not in it that much.
She was not. She was
Because
not.
she's part of the fantasy element.
Yes.
As far as we know
the
so
script
far.
side of the story, yes. the scripted side of the story. I
Because
suppose.
it's also
yeah.
the whole plot of it was leaked on Discussing Film in 2021.
Oh,
Because it was
brilliant. Okay.
it was someone shared the post of. Let me see if I got the screenshot. But it was something a lot. Yeah. So on the 7th of July, 2021, Matthew Vaughn is set to direct a thriller about a best-selling female novelist who turns out to be a world-class spy suffering from amnesia. Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, and Samuel L. Jackson are in talks to star in the film,
Yeah.
which is basically what happens.
More or less. Spoiler free or spoiler, you can take that.
That's
as
mad to get that kind of report 3 years before it come out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's cool. And Samuel L. Jackson is in both universes.
He is.
So how does
But
that?
Is he the same person? Who knows? Yeah, no.
Is he? Is he the same person? Does he have a lisp? For those that can catch on to that,
He didn't. So,
Didn't.
alright, scratch,
Does he get the
scratch that, reverse it.
does he get the lisp in this film?
No. But in the
Last
sequel,
last
that
time
might
I-
be a thing.
Last time I trusted someone, I lost
that's
my
it.
ability to say S's.
Yeah, and then in the third film, he eventually loses an eye.
And there's a cat in it.
Oh.
Unbreakable.
Well, there is a cat in the film. It's in the trailer.
It's a flurkin. It's a Captain Marvel.
We've said
sequel.
too much. We're going to get copyright claim from
How is-
Ian Fleming and Marvel.
How is Sam Rockwell?
Oh, he was excellent. Yeah,
It's
mainly,
nice to see Sam Rockwell. in
Bryce
things.
Dallas Howard and Sam's film. They're the two
Bryce Sam.
standouts. The Bryce Sams, yes.
The Bryce Shams.
The Rock Howards. The
Nice.
Rock Howards. Yeah, they're the main stars. They get the most screen time, and they're both fabulous. In case you didn't know.
How
already.
is Henry Cavill for the moments he's on screen?
He's in
with
it for
that-
more moments than you think.
With that very big hair.
The gift going around, yeah. No.
Like he is full on Action Man / Johnny Bravo Barnett. isn't
Slash Duke Nukem inspired.
he? He'd be a
wannabe.
good Duke Nukem.
And
Oh my god, I want to see him
Duke-
punch a turd in a toilet.
Exactly. Yeah, and with the voice
Warhammer
of,
Duke Nukem, it's natural progression.
Yeah, video game progression. Yeah, has to be Duke Nukem. That haircut. But Sam Rockwell, without spoiling into the film, he rocks the Henry Cavill look as well. Halfway in the film.
Oh, because there's your time to meet the real Agent Argyle. And it's
Yeah.
kind of like a double bluff kind of thing, because it's like,
Or is it?
here's this version, but then here's this version of Argyle.
Right.
Oh.
Which one is real?
Which one's fiction?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, well.
The fiction within the fiction, because you're watching a fiction about a woman writing fiction, but then
It's
she's
a
also having
fiction.
a mental fiction.
So, but then if that person who's a character might be real, does that mean that the film series that it's linked to is a film that they watch in the Argyle universe, or are those characters real when actually in that universe?
Yeah.
And it's just sort of, I've gone cross-eyed.
I've gone cockeyed. Yeah. NA / yes.
Don't know. / who?
Who knows? Yeah. Well, Argyle. That's the thing. Without unpacking it, it was a film that it isn't Matthew Vaughn's best. I've seen reviews of it's his best and his worst. I wouldn't go that far. I do need to revisit some of his filmography when I get a bit more time to myself, when I'm not celebrating my age and my life.
My age, my life.
My degrading self. But then there was a bit in the film where I was basically watching a film about someone writing a story that may or may not be real whilst having a mental breakdown, and that gave me a mental breakdown whilst watching a spy thriller, which constantly made you have to pay attention to it. So no, essentially, yeah, it was good, but then I was kind of doubting it. But by the end of it, I was walking out pretty chuffed. And then as I thought about it, it's a good time. It's a better time than it isn't. Polarizing, it may not be to some. It might be to loads of people. But I
Yay,
still
polar.
had a great time to it. I had a great time with it.
On the polarizing film.
The Argyle Express.
That's with the. That looks more inclined to the
That
colour.
looks more like the colour. Yeah, that looks more like
Charlie Cox's face.
Suppose he is.
But so Argyle, what would you give it out of an arbitrary score of some numbers?
Some numbers. I definitely want to rewatch it, but I'd say my gut at the minute is a 7.5.
Nice.
An honest 7.5 at the minute. It may go up to an 8. I really want to see more of it though. I want to see where.
Well, we're going to get a sequel and
Facts.
at least a crossover. How do you see the crossover going?
Well, I don't know. Unless you get the actors, then they have to basically Batman vs Superman it. We've solved the crossover. They have to
Hooray!
go through that. Yeah, have two legendary actors in their own right face off.
Face off.
Face off. Yeah.
And off the back of the previous Daredevil news, John Bernthal's Punisher will reportedly be getting a third season at Disney Plus. Won't be 13 episodes like previous seasons. More likely to be around 6 to 8.
Oh, usual Disney Plus.
But
yeah.
you know, we went from 18 to 13, so I wouldn't like make it 13. Fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah, do it.
Make
do
it
it.
10. I think 10's the average.
The appropriate cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, we should see that. We still don't really talk about the fact that we've got John Bernthal back in Daredevil Born Again, supposedly.
Well, he's got a star in it, and that will probably then lead into the series.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine. But then one thing about Daredevil, before we get on to anything further, who is the new woman? Because I thought him and Karen...
He is a sex bomb.
I know.
Matt Murdock.
What about She-Hulk?
Tony Stark's a player. Fuck off, it's Matt Murdock.
It's fuck off, it's Matt Murdock. He'll give Bruce Wayne a run for his money. Wait, who? Is he the one that bought Avengers Towers? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know who's bought Avengers
Yeah, so
Towers
he's got a new girlfriend in this series. So.
Yes. Yeah, a new character who I don't know if she's based on anyone in the comics. I don't know if she's complete... Or she's just, NDA, non-disclosed, non-announced role, but she's just in it and she's snogging him, according to the behind-the-sets photos that we've seen.
Yeah.
He's definitely...
Hey, I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah,
Matt Murdock's a sex bomb. He's a sex bomb. And he can turn me on. Sex bomb. Fuck off, this thing's shit. Oh, go away.
Maybe
Absolute.
you can look at a random image.
So I'm just trying to get this picture of Lionel Messi. It's just, it's something. Anyway.
Something that's needed, yeah.
Should we stick with the Marvel Disney Plus thing?
Strick, yeah.
Still not got my copy of Loki repaired. So
Oh, boo. No, that's not good.
Zavi, look,
Listen.
I like you. You're very good on delivery. Over 24 hours to respond to something. So then when I have to send another thing, it takes another 24 plus hours. Because it says normally within 24 hours, more likely 48. And it was a thing of they'd done it and then closed it, even though it hadn't been resolved. Then I reopened it, sent it again with the pictures, and sent it like twice. Like, if there's more copies of it left, can I have another copy? If not, I want a refund.
Yes.
Because obviously where it's all... But basically, my Loki Season 1 thingy, like all bent and out of shape. So I'll do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to get another one on Amazon. But what I might do, and I'll cut this bit out, so if they sponsor us, they don't hear this bit. What I'll do is I'll send it back. I'll buy it off Amazon. I'll send it back as a refund. Get the refund on Zavi. No, I get a new copy from Zavi, so then I'll have 2 good copies. Then you can have one.
Brilliant.
There you go.
I like that idea.
There you go.
I like that idea.
If it works. Check back whenever the fuck they decide to answer, because I sent them a message yesterday, and yeah. All damaged. Rob Morgan is rumoured to reprise his role as Turk Barrett in Born Again.
Oh,
Only
nice.
a cameo or similar small role, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's in the concept logos more like the Netflix one.
Good. Yeah, good.
Good, Anakin, good.
Season 4 confirmed. Yeah,
It basically is season 4 now, because we're getting
Yeah.
4 Bullseye.
Full-blown bullseye, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Matthew Vaughn,
Oh, right. Yes.
Matthew Vaughn thinks Deadpool 3 will save the MCU.
Ha, hallelujah.
Now, this is the former
Salutations.
X-Men First Class director,
Yes, indeed.
because Gavin Hood was Origins
the
Wolverine,
Origins, yes.
and then it was back to Brian.
Brian Spitter for...
The snippets that I know are unbelievable. Marvel is about to get a real jolt. It's going to bring that body back to life. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are about to save the whole Marvel universe.
And kill it.
Which I get that in terms of there's one film this year.
Absolutely, and the fact that they're sticking to that plan, and this is the one, and there's no ifs and buts about it should be this one, it should be that one.
Do you know what I like about it as well? It's going to
Yeah.
be a nice sort of cultural reset of one film. This is we're having a break. This is what you need, and then we're going to get back to it, and we'll have recast Kang. We'll have sorted everything out. We'll have a destination, and we'll get to
Have an
Secret
idea.
Wars.
Yes, exactly.
Basically,
And this is the Secret Wars demo.
this is the Secret Wars that I was
It's-
wishing for.
It's the demo. Yeah, it's a demo film.
Exactly that. But loads of shit. John David Washington is reportedly being considered for the role of Kang. Yes.
Well, yes.
Yes.
And then we
Yes.
can get Denzel as Old Man Kang.
Oh, he could be. Malakwa Cox is in Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, brilliant.
She was seen filming last week.
Excelente. Maybe she will have a fling with Daredevil.
We've seen
Like in the comics.
Nelson Murdoch and Page is
Yeah.
now official because we've seen How happy were you seeing Deborah Ann Woll, Eldon Henson, and Matt Murdock?
trio.
Sorry, Charlie Cox. He's just such. They are one. They've merged.
Eldon, Deborah Woll, Henson, Cox.
Deborah Woll, Eldon Henson, and Charlie Cox,
yeah.
all filming on the street outside. Daredevil Born Again. We've won as a
I know.
society. We've won.
The world has progressed. Finally, good. Season 4. It's
The
happening.
world, nature is healing.
Yes. Yes. Daredevil. Well, Daredevil is next year though, isn't it? It's not 2024. Or is it? It is-
End of the year, maybe.
Hopefully, fingers fucking crossed.
Fingers fuck.
Daredevil
Fuck
and
fingers
Daredevil and Deadpool, Daredevil and Deadpool.
You're right.
Glitch in the system. Daredevil and Deadpool will save Marvel together this year.
They
hopefully.
will.
Yeah.
Just like we will.
Oh, as maybe Madame Web will have a say in a week's or two's time. You know,
Well, because it's going to reportedly change.
Oh,
That
again.
with great power comes great responsibility. When you take responsibilities, you will gain powerful abilities.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When you take responsibility, you will gain freaking no momentum for your universe. That's what that says to me.
And
Oh, no.
and also, I just think about that one that you sent me, and I
yes.
fucking laughed so much.
Yeah, but that's the Sony, that's the Spum universe. How do you even pronounce that?
The spum is bum, really.
The Spum is bum.
Spum
yes.
is bum, up my bum. Speaking of Deadpool 3,
Oh, not up your
you
bum.
saw that when I sent you that, right?
Hell yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Chiklis on set.
Michael Chiklis from, well, I think Law and Order or something post Fantastic Four, which is
But
what
he's
he was
also
known for.
he's got the top half bodysuit and the mocap for the thing from the 2005 The Thing
That
movie.
thing,
The Thing movie,
not
starring
John Carpenter's The
starring
Thing,
the rest of the Fantastic Four.
which haven't been announced yet. We just still don't know who they are.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that. That's good.
But
'cause
that's good, yes.
I want. You know what? We should have. Now that he's not gonna be
The Thing.
the not now he's not going to be Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. The John Krasinski part should have gone to Ewan Grufford. If we're being
Yeah.
real, if we're being real, not just
Yeah.
let's give in to what the fans want. Because otherwise, if you're not, like we said,
If
if
you're not gonna
they're
stick
all
to
from the different universes and that's what they look like, then have him be, because you had everyone else has portrayed them in different universes, and that's going to be the only version of Krasinski Reed.
Yeah.
Because Pedro Pascal
That we
is
know of.
about to go off to start pre-production on Fantastic Four,
yes.
reportedly. So we'll see about that.
Oh, yes. Next
Um,
week we'll confirm that.
But yeah, it should have been him, if we're being real. I'll jump over to Sonic 3 later on.
Oh. Yeah.
Where is it? Thunderbolts lost another star because of conflict shooting with the chef for Ayo Edebiri. If I've said your name wrong, I really do apologise.
Eddie Bury, yeah, from The Bear. Well, she's in all the seasons of The Bear.
Yeah, they're about to start season 3 on that.
Yeah.
So she's no longer in the
season 1. It's a good
Thunderbolts.
show.
It is a good
drama.
show,
There's a load
yeah.
of people shouting at each other. Hell's Kitchen, but scripted.
If you want the British version, watch Boiling Point with Stephen Graham.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you watched all them?
Not yet.
So there's
Because it was a film and then the
there was
series,
there was an original short film on
sure.
BBC, so that's on iPlayer, I think, and then All Right TV, and then on the Channel 4 hub you've got the longer short film,
Oh, right.
and then you've got the series.
Okay.
So we watched it all that way.
Oh, cool, okay.
Yeah.
And
And hopefully
then-
there's going to be a second season of that. But basically, The Bear is like that, but turned up to 40,000.
Yeah.
I still need to finish and catch up with it. But yeah, her part, she's been replaced. I forget who,
Yeah, I forgot who. God damn it, yeah.
but
I
she's in something
bet it.
else. But I don't remember, and I didn't screenshot it. Anyway, but also
Moving on.
they're about to, because Florence Pugh in a recent interview has said how they're about to go down to Atlanta to begin filming the Thunderbolts.
Cool.
Finally.
Finally. There's fun
Where is
in
it?
the sky.
But Tiamat is reportedly confirmed to be a main plot in Captain America: Brave New World and the Thunderbolts film. In Eternals, we
Tiamat?
see
What is a
Cersei.
Tiamat?
We see Cersei turn Tiamat into stone, which is now confirmed to be adamantium in the MCU.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
US President Thunderbolt Ross and the government have secretly known about the Celestial in the ocean. As have we all, because he's been in the ocean for since 2021.
Yeah.
About the Celestial in the ocean, and haven't publicly said anything because they want it for themselves, which is why they assemble the Thunderbolts.
Because they want to get the fugitive adamantium.
Oh, and if that leads into, like, we see a Striker, and like we've only had one person dabble with adamantium once before, because then you make it like it was in the comics and in the X-Men universe films, like it was a meteor that fell to Earth. Like there was some of it, and we've never been able to get, because all of this metal we put into this guy who's got claws, and then we don't show this version because Hugh Jackman has already said that he's not, he's only got, I think, one more in it. So I'm assuming a Secret Wars showing up, and then he's definitely done.
Definitely done.
And
Bless
it's
his
time
poor
to
heart.
pass the torch.
The Human Torch.
Get fucking what's her name back?
X-23.
Yeah,
from
what's her
Logan.
name? What's her name?
I forgot her name. She hasn't been in much since.
Laura Kinney.
Yeah, that seems like a name.
That
yes.
seems like a name. There's a first bit and a second
That
bit.
seems like an adamantium name. No, yeah, it is Laura.
But hey,
No,
they're
not
finally going to address the thing that everyone's saying, that we're not going to talk about the fact that there's a Celestial in the ocean in the MCU. Clearly not, because they haven't yet. Because that's part of the thing of we haven't worked this out yet. Where
No,
we go?
It was Daphne Keane.
Daphne Keane.
Daphne Keane
So she was Laura.
in Logan.
She
Yeah,
was just Laura.
she was just Laura. Yeah, slash X-23. Yeah, it's
Laura 23.
Laura 23. Is she 23? That would be the. She's 19. God damn it.
Make it in 4 years.
Exactly. Delay this film.
Delay.
Delay it.
Some sad news is the fact that a crew member working on Marvel's Wonder Man series sadly passed away, falling from rafters. So hopefully there's not any health and safety issues behind that, and if there is, the family are sorted out in some way. And obviously condolences to the family and friends of the crew member that sadly lost their life on.
The set of
I
Wonder Man.
really hope that it wasn't any negligence.
No.
But that normally falling from them doesn't look good, because 9 times out of 10 something's probably not been secured right, possibly.
Assembled, if you like.
So hopefully
Yeah.
that all gets sorted out.
And Darth Vader, Obi-Wan who changed his name to Ben. Yeah, that's a brilliant meme.
Is there any more Marvel stuff? We'll stick on the Disney train because
There's something about the Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
So you love Avatar 1 and 2.
I thought you were going to say Legend of Aang, which is more than 1 and 2, because that's for 3 seasons?
Oh yeah, we've seen the trailer. That looks good. For the live action one, looks good.
Yeah, promising.
But for Avatar, James Cameron Avatar,
Yes.
we already know that there was going to be 4 Avatar sequels that were, we're years delayed at this point.
Yes.
But they're filming the 4th one. They finished filming the 3rd one. They're going back to film more of the 4th one because they're back to back.
Yeah.
And then there's a 5th one.
Yeah.
Because the 4th one's the first one where it goes, holy shit. But speaking, James Cameron has ideas for Avatar 6 and 7.
The man's lost his plot.
I'll probably be handing the baton on at that point. I mean, mortality catches up with you in the end.
Oh, at least he can admit it. So James Cameron II?
Oh, imagine Avatar style. He's cloned himself.
He's cloned himself. Or he's just put himself in a body of a person that's spray painted blue.
Maybe, yeah. Aye, Big Blue James Cameron will film.
James Blue Cameron.
Blue James Cameron.
Blue James.
That's another character Mike get on it.
Blue Cameron.
Slightly longer neck. Speaking of which, I've got to show you some fan art that Mike did. So I forgot that I'd asked for this.
Did you?
And also because Discord is muted, I don't check it all the time. So I asked for, when we was talking about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning,
Yes.
and then we talked about who's coming back for the 8th one? What's the 8th one actually called now? Right. And you were like, it's Simon Pegg is in Benji Dunn, and I wanted a ghost style Simon Pegg behind Benji Dunn. So Mike has applied. So I'm gonna put this on screen.
Oh my lord!
And it looks like Simon Pegg is gently kissing the back of Benji Dunn's head.
Back of his head. And, so which one's which? Is Simon Pegg the one in the back and Benji's at the front?
That's Simon, that's Benji.
So Benji just looks fucking pissed. He looks like he's going to lose.
Just want to get this pottery done. Where's Ethan?
Where's he?
Because he literally messaged me like, I have no idea why you wanted this, but here you go. And I was like, I don't remember, but thanks. I was like, when did I say it? And then there, Michael, I want a graphic of Ghost of Benji Dunn kisses Simon in a pottery scene from Ghost. Yeah. And instead of saying Peg was back as Benji Dunn, he said Peg was in Benji Dunn.
Oh no.
And there's that. So enjoy that, folks. That's a nice little visual thing. And thanks, as Mike always, for
Making the.
There we go.
Jesus.
So Avatar 6 and 7, we might all be alive to see it. This podcast might still be going.
Yeah, directed by Blue James Cameron.
Blue James Cameron.
Blue James Cameron.
Now,
yeah.
the last bit of Disney-ish, Disney Plus news.
Right. Is it a plus or is it going to be a negative?
It's quite negative.
Oh no.
Well, it stems from a negative. Oh no! Oh,
great.
no, Mason.
So a negative plus a negative equals a positive?
Maybe.
Oh.
If the outcome's correct. Gina Carano is attempting to sue Disney and Lucasfilm
Oh, I did read about this,
for discrimination and wrongful termination and is seeking a court order to force Lucasfilm to recast her. That's confusing, but also you forget that Elon Musk will pay for her legal bill because he made a promise when he took over, like if anyone is sacked from something they've said on Twitter, he will pay for their legal case.
Wow.
So he's going to be paying for that.
Brilliant.
But a wonderful person by the name of Jacob...
Go, Jacob.
quote tweeted, because we'll still call it tweets because it's still Twitter. So
We can't call it X's.
Also, forcing her to recast her, so they want the character to carry on.
Yeah.
That's
exist.
cool, and not be you. But why are you actively seeking to get yourself out of? If you're seeking the money and then like my character should live on, like is there then a residuals kind of thing she's after?
My royalties.
Those who don't know, some completely nonsensical comments made by Gina Carano on social media. Was it about trans people or about the vaccine or some kind of thing?
I think it was vaccine related.
It's something like that. It's been so long that we've forgotten since we first talked about this. But her character of Cara Dune has since not returned because she was meant to be like the star of the Rangers of the New Republic show.
Rangers
That's
of the New
never
Republic.
happening.
No.
That's basically
Gone.
been rolled into Boba Fett and what happened in Mando season 3-ish.
Yeah, for an episode or two, an episode and a half. Like
Cara Dune's not been back.
no. They mentioned her, but they said she was off.
She's off world.
Outpost.
I have to go now.
I
My
have to
planet
go now.
needs me.
Alright, Captain Marvel.
Basically, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But also, and this comes up in this. So Jacob, casual reminder: Gina was given. So basically, then she was sacked because she was her contract was terminated, and because basically when you're part of that show and that company that size, anything you say that's controversial in any way. If you've got a platform, you've also got to say it with. If you're going to say it with some context and some thought behind it, and not just spewing. Not like Letitia Wright. She was very anti-vax in her posts on Twitter, and a lot of people, called for maybe we should just recast T'Challa, because that was the thing for me of like, is this going to spoil my involvement of Wakanda Forever? It didn't have too much of an impact, but it's the fact that if you've got a platform, use it for good, is the basic message there. So, Jacob wrote on a quote tweet, casual reminder that Gina was given the opportunity multiple times to retract her hateful, outright ignorant statements and delete her posts. Not just by Disney and Lucasfilm, but even by Jon Favreau himself. She didn't and was respectfully fired from the show. This hold no grounds and just reeks of desperation.
Yeah,
sort of
pretty
does,
much.
because I know
Yeah.
she's still making those... she's making a few low-budget films, isn't she? Like the sort of like the ones that nowadays would be direct to DVD, but we don't because all that we have direct to DVD wise is streaming.
Direct to streaming.
Oh, fucking hell, have you seen the trailer for Megamind 2? Terrible graphics. It looks like a
I
PS.
heard it was terrible.
Looks like a PS2
yeah.
video game. It's not got Will Ferrell in it or
Oh, no.
any of the original cast.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
David Cross as the fish in the jar. But it's a
Fishy
sequel.
man.
It's a sequel film and then subsequent series. So it's Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate.
Ooh.
And then Megamind Rules or something is the
It's a
series.
Jesus Christ.
So basically, it's probably going to be like a long pilot, the movie, but it's only on Peacock.
Get on
Anyway,
streaming
yeah.
services.
So Gina Carano, hopefully she doesn't win because,
Boo.
like, if you're going to do those comments, like James Gunn apologized from at the time when he originally did them, and apologized again when the people dragged him, like dragged it all up again,
yeah,
and then got him fired from Disney. I'm not saying people can't change. Obviously, we've been a big advocate for that. Obviously, we made, like we try not to get too involved in these things nowadays, just because we got like embroiled, like not embroiled, but we were sort of like a bit, well, especially me, very vocal on the Johnny Depp stuff without the full picture. Obviously, we know now. We then come back and was like, mainly me, sorry. Obviously, he's not listening, but Johnny Depp, you're welcome anytime, and we're sorry. But and there is room for growth. Even like stuff like with Doctor Who, we've said that. Not one of them, but John Barrowman has on multiple occasions had the opportunity to apologise
apologise.
and possibly be back as part of this universe and hasn't. So there is a thing for grow, change, develop. Learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
And there's still, there probably still was a thing for Gene to do that. But then doing this is kind of well, no, I'm right, you're
I'm
wrong.
sticking to my way or the highway. Yeah. Mentality.
So hopefully, never thought I'd say this, but hopefully Disney come out on top in that case. In terms of that, but I hope they pay their actors and visual effects and supporting and crew members a lot more. Anyway, the live action How to Train Your Dragon film is filming.
Yeah.
The director is the same director as the animated ones. Now, here's something, Connor, some positive news that you're going to love. It genuinely is.
Yes.
The live action How to Train Your Dragon remake will be its own film, according to the director, and own interpretation. It's like, let's not try and do that play-by-play of that. If anyone wants that, they can just go and watch the animated ones. This should be something that's similar but different.
So who quoted that? The director?
That was the director.
Well, amen to that, because that's exactly how... He obviously listens to us, and obviously he knows how to script a film based on our recommendations.
Yeah,
so
he listens to this.
Amen to that, Mr. Director Man.
And
I don't know your name.
more Gerard Butler.
And more Gerard Butler, yeah.
I'm trying to... Oh, Amazon. Have you seen this?
They've checked... Yeah. Hot movies and TV shows, yes, now have limited ads. Boo!
So we're assuming by limited ads, hopefully, ad at the beginning and or end, maybe one in the middle.
Before and during playback.
That's what, but then that's what Freevee was.
But it's permanent now.
Well, because that's that whole section is films free with ads.
But essentially, films that you buy/rent won't have adverts in them.
Yeah.
So it's just anything you should. When you
So
watch
that's
The
more
Boys
money,
season
yeah.
4, then you've got adverts. When you watch The Boys, you've got adverts.
So, because there is that thing of like something breaks the model, like it completely revolutionizes it, so much so that it becomes the dominant force. So in this case, streaming taking over terrestrial television and cable, if you're an American.
Yeah, you get on cable,
cuts out the adverts and all that stuff. And now, to be sustainable, they need to put adverts back in to basically become terrestrial television.
Terrestrial/cable television, yeah.
Yeah.
Way.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Monetization in the new TV era, yeah.
But you can go ad-free for an extra $2.99 a month. Now, as someone who's already paying £79 for the year for Amazon Prime, have an 85 ad-free one, maybe. Yeah. Have that. Have the levels, like with Disney Plus is going to have the advert one, isn't it? It's going to have one lower, this one will stay the same, and then there'll be the ultra thingy one.
Premium plus one, yeah.
It's a shame that, because also, as this stuff keeps happening and stuff keeps going up, it will get to a point where, as much as we want to watch this stuff,
we can't financially afford to.
I can't, like, if you was paying the
X amount of...
Because it's now $10.99 a month for Amazon Prime.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So then you're basically paying, £14 if you want the ad-free Amazon Prime.
Yeah, the plus, yeah.
Same with non-advert versions of things coming out in terms of at the moment we know there's a Netflix one that's going to be trialed, there's a Disney Plus one. I don't know if Paramount, Lionsgate,
Maybe
Peacock and all that.
Yeah,
they might have done it from the get-go.
Yeah.
But there's no way of us knowing at the minute, because also that's another streaming service we can't afford. So I think it will get to a point where it will get so far that it will collapse in on itself.
Hopefully.
Especially Netflix, because they lose so much money.
They do.
And they're the ones making all the mistakes that all the other streaming services are copying. Like Max will end up having things. But also, I think Disney Plus, on the back of the limited releases, also don't make all your releases of your Disney Plus stuff £45 and limited edition. Have a standard Blu-ray copy of Loki. Have them, because as we've said, the physical media market is there. Finish the releases of like
the Netflix stuff,
because it will get to a point where I think maybe for both of us that we might just buy the stuff that we want to watch.
Exactly.
Might be like, Percy Jackson for £15 on Blu-ray. I'll try that
while we can.
Yeah. I'm not paying an extra
stupid amount a month,
50 odd quid a year for an ad-free super premium version of Disney Plus.
Only for them to remove it one day, the one day we want to watch something, because again, digital ownership and we all that whole
disgusting.
We own things by right, and rubbish.
And
Yeah,
The last...
mainly aiming at Disney, you guilty pricks. You're the one that
They're all as bad. They're all as bad as each other.
No, they are.
Happy Amazon News. The rumored last Grand Tour special, Sand Job.
Yeah, Sand Job.
16th of February.
Okay, cool, nice.
On Amazon Prime. Might have adverts now. We don't know. But we shall wait and see for that.
I feel like it started from yesterday, the 5th of February. I felt like I read.
That's when that come on for me. I think on there, and then I took a picture and I was like, "Shit!"
I haven't. You know what? It won't affect the recording now, but I might go home tonight and just watch something for about 30 seconds, and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I might even film it and send it to you, and we can do a TikTok about it. I don't know.
Hooray!
Maybe. Moan about it.
There's a new Jurassic Park film coming out, which we knew they were writing. July 2nd, 2025, from the official Jurassic World.
Is that not the same date as Superman Legacy?
Within 8 days of each other, I think.
Oh, money grabbing.
Someone said we're really going to make kids choose between dinosaurs and Superman. The planet is about to explode.
The planet is about to explode, yeah. Wow. Prehistoric or the future?
Supersonic. Whoa. Like Flight. Because he flies. So Superman can fly.
Oh, but Sonic, is that out in 2025 or is that this year?
That's Christmas
Sonic
this
3.
year.
Oh, huzzah!
The logo's the same from Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Just with a
Because it's the Shadow and Sonic
yeah.
Spike. But also, do you know who's rumoured to be playing Shadow the Hedgehog? Because Shadow was the end credit scene for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which is now on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
Because that was obviously, that was just after Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I watched it and I was like, because we'd done the video game thing and I was like, Sonic 2 is probably better than the first one. It's got the Ant-Man and the Wasp thing to it, of the fact of you had all that shit with the first one. It didn't expect it to be as good as it was after all that trouble behind the scenes. So now the second one is just, this is what this is now, and this is the second instalment. And Tails is good, Knuckles is good. We'll see. I mean, the
Knuckle series.
I'd be interested to see how the series is.
Stuff. Yeah.
And I'm definitely up for. We should go to the third one.
Absolutely. Premiere.
But apparently Hayden Christensen is rumoured to be the voice of Shadow.
Wow.
Because also Kristen Ritter is joined the cast.
She is.
As the Bat one. Rumoured to be the pink one. Rouge the Bat, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Feisty Bat Hedgehog. Yeah.
I would love, and I'm not even fucking joking, I would love if it was just a film adaptation of Sonic Heroes. And
well, in a way, I thought that's what number
three
2
different
was.
different teams, like, you know, and they get stuck on those bouncy things all the time.
The bouncy things.
And it has the theme. Sonic Heroes is one of the most underappreciated Sonic games. Yes, it's, you know, when those title heroes, when they got to the early 2000s and the different the different fucking platforms, there was some shit games, and Sonic Heroes probably was one of them. But for me, for my childhood, playing that in a Toys R Us in 2002, there was nothing better because I bought it there and then. Well, I didn't. My mum did because I didn't have a job. I was a kid.
And financial income.
Yeah,
yes.
And also I was like 8.
We didn't know how the world works then.
I was like 7. I was like 7 when I got that. Yeah, and I fucking used to play the shit out of Sonic Heroes.
I did play the shit out of Shadow the Hedgehog, and I shot people at a young age.
Wow.
That's what that spin-off did.
Bang!
Bang, one up, yeah. No, if the Hayden Christensen success in Sonic 3 is a thing, then can we get an adaptation of Shadow the Hedgehog in the Shadow spin-off movie / series, however they want to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm up for that.
How you feel about Sonic Heroes, how I feel about Shadow. And bearing in mind, it wasn't a trio of heroes.
Dominic G. Martin, good friend of the podcast now. Hey,
Good old Dom.
Thanks for Church on Ruby Road. We'll see you for season 1, my friend. He's a big Shadow the Hedgehog fan. He's cosplayed as him before.
Hell yeah.
So when, obviously,
Hell yeah.
loved the post-credit scene.
I mean, I did as well.
And as also Star Wars fan who cosplays as Anakin from episode 3.
That's 2 worlds crossing over.
He is very happy at the prospect of Hayden Christensen voicing Shadow. So maybe we'll have to, if we see that in December, we'll have to get him on.
To be on it, yeah.
For a full Shadow talk.
Yeah.
The Shadow Realm. Ooh. Yeah. Other than that, Netflix. Sorry.
No, don't.
Matthew Vaughn, tying it back to the beginning. Look at that.
Yeah.
We've come full
like
circle.
Like a book.
Like a book written by Agent Argyle.
Do you want better? Who is Argyle? Do you want better? Where is Argyle?
Is that a thing?
What is Argyle? No, I just did it because of that
I thought it was like it's similar. There was a similar scene to it. I was like, that's quite cool.
I just did it because I thought it was funny.
Matthew Vaughn is interested in directing a Superman Red Sun adaptation for Netflix with Henry Cavill as Superman.
Yeah.
Which is he's Russian Superman, right? Or like if he was intercepted by the Soviet Union.
Well, raised by the Soviets instead of being on the Kent farm. being taught the good old US of A ways, being taught up by
The
drinking
US of
vodka.
ways.
The US of ways, yes. Instead of being brought up the US of ways, he'd be drinking vodka with swastikas and AK-47s. And
Not swastikas, because that's
no,
the
that's
Germans.
No. Yeah, I should have known that.
Yeah, you should have known that.
999. Forget that. Forget everything I'm saying. But essentially, instead of being brought up by farms and Kentucky trucks, it's going to be
Nuclear weapons. Fire the
AK-47.
nuclear weapons.
fire the nuclear. And that should be his general. That should be his coach.
Matt Berry.
Clark.
Matt Berry is Jor-El. Because then if he says Krypton wrong...
Krypton.
Krypton. That's Krypton.
Fuck, how do you say this thing?
He is like a modern day Marlon Brando when you think about it.
Jesus. That
I'm going to be the biggest actor ever, and I'm going to do that by being the biggest ever. Hand me another steak. I've not read the script. I'm just going to... It's Krypton. It's Krypton. Mr. Brando, it's Krypton. I don't give a fuck. It's Krypton. You pay me all this money, I'll say whatever the fuck I want. If it's Apocalypse Now, I might not even do anything at all. Put on loads of weight, even though my character's meant to have AIDS. I'm going to be the biggest ever. And if we were Mr. Sunday Movies, or What We're Reading, What We're Gonna Read, I would suggest that everyone go and read Greg Wallace's My Saturday from, I believe it's the Daily Mail or Telegraph or one of the magazines.
Right.
So it's very hot fuzz. My Perfect Sunday.
My Perfect Sunday.
So it's I'm going to send it to you. I'm not going to read it all here, but it talks about being an amateur historian that plays a Total War Saga. Things like that. And it's because I love, like, if anyone who doesn't know me knows that I love Greg Wallace. I
didn't know that.
One of my favourite TV shows is Inside the Factory on BBC Two. Right? It's where they go, as you guess it, inside the factory for many different products, some big names, some less big names, just to see the whole process from start to finish. So, for example, he's done Warburton's, and I believe it was for the crumpets. So he sees the wheat and stuff come in, sees all the mix, and it's this thing that has become a catchphrase, especially in my house when I used to watch it at home with my mum, so he's bemused by the fact that this million, perhaps hundreds of million, maybe even £billion company uses such like simplistic techniques. So for one of the things, I believe it's the Warburton's ones, there's a hot like a bit of a drain in a communal shower. There's like sloping and a hole, and then it goes down through to another mixer to be separated out into basically thingied out and then put in the ovens. So, but the whole big bucket on a gyro pours through basically a hole in the ground. And you're telling me all these millions of pounds, you just pour it for... And he says that in basically that or a variation in near enough every early episode of Inside the Factory. There was a new series on. Yeah. I think it's still on. No, it might have finished because they only do like 3 or 4 episodes now for a series.
Right.
And he also has Cherry, what's her face? She does research into... So there's 3 of them. It's him. He does the main product. So he's the main one. He helps by doing fuck all and just watching them. And if anything, these poor factory workers that just want to get about their day have to dumb down the process to Greg Wallace and let him help and do one, only for them to have to redo it anyway. Like, he had to make a rocking chair once. You could tell the guy that was helping him, like, sand it down, was just like, please just let me fucking do this.
Get me out.
So they have that. They have Cherry Healy, I believe. So she does another thing, like similar products, like how that's developed. And then they have, I forget the woman's name, but she's mental as well. She's great. She does like this, like the history version. So like, where does like, you know, this come from and stem from? Like, she's like a historian on these kind of things. Right. So we'll go back and research like when, you know, the crumpet was introduced into society, say, kind of thing, and talks to food historians and like different packaging and different techniques, and like someone makes it in a Victorian version or whatever, and she tries it, kind of thing. Like, same for chocolate, the same for different breads and things. So she's the history bit, there's the Cherry Healy bit, and that's all dotted in between this big Greg Wallace thing of I'm doing fuck all and getting in the way. And so there's my batch that I did. He didn't do fuck all, Greg. Like, you should see him
taking credit.
One of the most recent ones was jelly beans.
Good old
you should see it. So, like, he did one specific flavour, and then at the end they all get mixed together and then into the thing, and then he has to pull down the thing so that then they all release into like equal quantities to go into the packets. Fucks that up. That's great. No, he pulls the lever the wrong way. It doesn't drop down. Great. Honestly, Inside the Factory / this Greg Wallace article. If you want any idea, because also, if you don't know him, he's from MasterChef.
Of course.
And as my nan always points out, like, so he has been a judge on MasterChef since the very beginning, and the subsequent, MasterChef the Professionals, MasterChef
the MasterChef
Kids,
cooking universe.
Celebrity MasterChef.
The cooking universe.
Him and John Turode. John Turode is a chef. Greg Wallace was originally a greengrocer, which my nan hates about him because why should he be able to have a say on food and cooking when he doesn't know? And his famous, I love a bass, buttery biscuit bass. That remix on YouTube from decades ago.
Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah.
And he loves I love a pud. That's his thing. Just loves pudding. Okay. Like ever since then, he is my magnum opus, Greg Wallace. I want him on the podcast. But if you read that article, this guy is fucking strange. He talks about how good his body is and like, I'm 59 years old, but I got a six-pack, but I've got a bit of a bloated tummy, but we all have imperfections. It's like, what fucking planet is this guy on? Okay. What planet is Greg Wallace on? I want to meet him. Like, I don't but this guy's batshit. I'll send you the article. Yes. Do me a favour. Go home and watch the Warburtons episode of Inside the Factory if it's still on iPlayer.
I sound like I don't know what it means to be a human.
Greg Wallace, you know him, right?
I do.
You've seen him around.
Around the streets, yes.
Type in Buttery Biscuit Bass on YouTube.
I know that remix. I don't know how, but I know that.
Because it was just all round everyone's secondary school,
it was
viral.
For years. It was viral before viral were a thing.
Inside the Factory. Greg Wallace, mwah, that is a master chef, if I may say.
The original founder of the MCU, the Master Cooking Universe.
Yeah.
The Mass Cooking Universe.
But yeah, I'm going to send you that article. You could read it.
Yeah.
But also, you can enjoy Coraline in August, getting re-released and remastered into 3D. So maybe we'll have my sister.
With a new art style from
maybe we'll have my sister on, because that is her favourite film of all time, and she's not been on the podcast since lockdown. So
I mean, I haven't seen the film since I walked out of the cinema because I was scared of it.
Wow. Very good film. Until next time, Connor, tell us where they can find us.
Not around Greg Wallace's house or in his kitchens. But you can find us.
Oh, can we... Guys, hashtag...
Find Greg Wallace.
Find Greg hashtag Wallace. Greg Wallace for Pasty Sheep. Get him on.
For Pastry Sheep.
Hashtag Greg Wallace Pastry Sheep. There we go. There's the collab. Greg Wallace X Pastry. No, do it as pasty because it can be read as pasty. So that's still
read as pasty sheep.
Well, because it is both words are spelled the same. So there's the crossover. Yeah. Better than Godzilla Kong. Sorry, carry on.
No, don't be sorry. I feel like the opposite of Charlie Day and Always Sunny. I feel like my mind's kind of blown off. You've been Charlie Day listening and going on in your theories, and I've just been Mac just listening, kind of putting it all together and going, what the fuck? But you've somehow found us on YouTube. We're on iTunes. We're on X to some extent. 1 digit X for now, and I won't take that joke any further. Again, Instagram, TikToks, where we are trying to do more unboxings before we get copyright claimed and stuff.
Yay!
Well, TikTok until we're not allowed on it. Or you can find us, send us an electronic mail at nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com, where hopefully you won't send us anything copyrighted. You can't get copyright for sending an image over, right?
No, I've seen
that. I'm aware of. But hey, it's a world and we learn something new every day. Just like you at home.
It takes all sorts to make a world.
Yeah, I feel like I've said everything. Stay pasty.
Did you say the email?
I did say the email.
Oh.
You're thinking too much about Greg Wallace and his dirty pastry.
Oh yeah.
And his pastry
Stay
sheep.
pasty. You're telling me all these millions... Hashtag, you're telling me all these millions of pounds. Honestly, everyone...
You don't have a choice, by
also,
the way.
get fucking Mr. Sunday to watch it. Make it what they got to fucking read this week. Because, Jesus Christ. Watch Inside the Factory.
Inside the Factory. Pounds!